You want to know how this microphone sound like, right? So this is how it sound like. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Gigicom. So just to let you know before we continue, I'm not testing this mic on any instrument, but I need to let you know for the purpose of this video, this is only going to be voice, like my vocal. That's all I need to test on here, and the background noise, the safe noise. I don't know if that makes sense, right? If that's what you're here for, then you're welcome to the video. If not, I'll say you should check other video about this microphone where this mic has been tested on instrument. But if you're here for the vocal, let's move on. This is the Lewitt LCT 441 Flex. This is how it sound on process. No pop filter, no windscreen, just bare bone. This is what you're going to get. And this mic is a little crazy, and we're going to get to the crazy part of this mic. So if you're going to use it for your vocal, I will encourage you not to skip this video so you won't miss a thing. Alright, so there's a lot of characteristics about this microphone that make it unique. I know we have a lot of mic in this category, but particularly this one, there's some things that is unique about this mic, and that is the inverted polar pattern. If I can put it in a simple term, this is 8 microphone in one. It's a little sensitive, and this microphone is a little not sensitive. It's gonna make sense to you, and that's why I don't want you to skip this video. I will get there. Alright, before we move on, let's see what you're gonna get with the box. You're going to get the microphone. You will get this chalk mount, and I believe also you can mount this mic without the chalk mount, but it's going to come with the chalk mount. You will have the foam pop filter or windscreen. Also, you're going to get this magnetic, like so. Before I do that, I'm just going to let you know how this thing is popping without using the windscreen or anything to shield the front of the capsule. So you can say that anything that gives you like Peter Parker podcast, anything that can pop out to the PPP, I'm very sure nobody is going to use this mic this way. But for the purpose of this video, if you're on top of the mic without any shade, that's what you get. Alright, so I'm going to put this magnetic from now on, and it stick in place. We're going to get to this, but for now, let's just go on that. Peter Parker, you see? Peter Parker podcast, PPPP podcast. Peter Parker podcast. That's what you get in the P. Now, before we continue, let's see how it sounds with the foam windscreen. Peter Parker podcast, and right now I'm on top of this Peter Parker podcast. Peter Parker podcast. So that's what you're going to get with that if you are looking at it this way. PPP. I just want to believe that right away, if you are using the foam, it's going to dampen it a little bit, and let's see how it sounds with this. So if you're doing a podcast, maybe you want to use this just to give you that a little bit of high end. But if you're doing broadcast like a radio version, maybe this is going to be good. It depends on your preferences. Okay, now let's talk about why I believe this microphone is a little bit too low, too unsensitive, and too sensitive. Why did I say that? Is that this is a condenser microphone, and I did this on purpose for you to know why I say it's a little bit unsensitive and it's a little bit too sensitive. Okay, what you're hearing right now is on purpose. I gained this to like 24 dB. If I am a little bit backward, like if I lean back, let's say we're doing podcasts, and if I'm a little bit lean back this way, it may not capture my voice very well. If I'm this back, and just look at it, I'm like this away from the microphone. And this is how I sound. Why? Because I have this my gain on 24. And most condenser microphone will be fine at that 24 dB. But with this, it's not fine. It's hitting the grain a little bit on the roadcaster, but it's not fine this way. That kind of make this mic unique because of the low self noise. This may be good if you're going to be this close while singing or using the microphone, and that will help you to reject a tremendous whole lot of room noise, and you're going to get away with this with a better capture every inch of your voice compared to dynamic microphone. All right, dynamic require more gain, and the more gain you push into that mic, the more room noise you're going to introduce. They are good at rejecting room noise because of their dynamic nature, but when it comes to condenser, they are sensitive and they are prone to capture everything all around. But with what we have now, with different polar pattern on this mic and the new tech we have on these mics, you get away with a lot of room noise. And that is why I said this mic is a little bit unsensitive if you do not gain it properly. If you lean back, it may not capture you because of the polar pattern is rejecting a whole lot of the room noise. And there's no processing on this. I have no processing right now. So let's assume I gain it more to where it is more sensitive, and you will see how a whole lot of the room noise is going to capture. This is 44 dB, and if look at how far away from the mic, and this mic still capture me. This is how far away I'm from the mic. So if you're doing a podcast, if you have a guest that is mic shy, I think you can get away with this, but the only thing is that your room must be really quiet. You can't have any AC going on. It's going to capture everything. So in this case, it may be a bit too sensitive. So that's why I'm saying it's a bit too unsensitive and a bit too sensitive. So you have to be able to balance this mic. If it's too low, you may be losing a lot of the capability of the mic. And if it's too sensitive, you may be using all those capability too much. I don't know if this makes sense, right? This is too much right now. But if you have a very quiet room, this may be a really good thing to capture those people that do lean away from their microphone. Because I'm a little far away right now, and I can still see that this mic is getting everything coming out of my mouth, right? I don't know if that makes sense. But you want to get it this way. Now, if you're using a roadcaster, the reason why you have that much noise is because this mic is unprocessed. It's just bare bone, no processing. So if you're using a roadcaster or other mixing console that you can do some low cuts, that may help with those low noise a little bit, and we're going to try it out now. I'm going back to that high 40. Now I'm like 47. This is how it sound. You can see the room noise. Now let's go to the processing and see if we can cut down some of the low end. So I'm going to go to the preset. That's neutral, and you can see how it cuts down on this thing. That's the neutral. I'm in the 47 and I'm this far away. I can see how much of the room noise that is cut away. Let me take it out. That's neutral. This is how it sounds in neutral processing, but it's neutral. Let's move to the next one. I know, you may want to turn down your headphone a little bit right now because of this test, okay? Let's go on podcast. You can see that the room noise is even tamed down the more, and my voice kind of change is a little booming right now. This is how it sounds. 47 dB, and this is the preset for podcast studio setup. This is how it sounds. All right. I'm doing this for you to see if you gain it too much, how it's going to sound. Yeah, it tamed down tremendously the room noise. Now let's go to broadcast setup. Now this is the broadcast setup. This is how it sounds. And the room noise is almost vanished. It's almost inaudible. But you can see the booming. And that is the broadcast setup. Now I'm going to move close and reduce the trim or the gain so that it will not be this sensitive anymore. Right now I'm on 40 and I think this is good. So this is 40, is hitting the green, going to yellow a little bit, but it's nowhere close to the red. And this is how it sounds on broadcast. Now I'm going to switch back to the podcast studio settings and let's see how it sounds. Right now, this is 40 dB with podcast studio preset. All right. This is how it sounds. Let's move to neutral. Right now, this is neutral. And with 40 dB, I can still hear a little bit of room noise, but very minimum due to the processing. And now this is 40 dB. Very minimum on neutral, but I can still hear it. This is how it sounds. If I move close, this is how it sounds. So you can still get away with this if you have guests that is a bit far away from the microphone. You can still capture audio that is usable, even if they are this far away from the microphone. I don't know if that makes sense, okay? So you can get away with 36. I think this is good. If you record and you transfer using the Rodecaster Pro 2, I'm very sure that you can deliver your audio in 32 bits. Maybe that will help, but this is how the mic sound, 36 dB, and this is neutral. So let's put some juice. Right now, I'm on the podcast studio preset from Rode. This is how it sound on 36 dB, all right? This is the broadcast setup, the preset from Rodecaster Pro 2. This is how it sound. Depending on your taste, but I think that's a little bit of colored, but it suits what it's meant for, broadcast. But in my own purpose, I would rather stay on neutral, or if I don't want the neutral, I'll just, stick with the podcast studio setup. I'll stick with that, and I think a lot of people will get away with that. So this is how it sounds using the podcast studio preset from Rodecaster Pro. Moving forward from here, I'm probably going to stay on the podcast studio setup, and from there, we're going to go through all the polar pattern, then we will listen to how they sound on the polar pattern, okay? But before that, I want us to go through the component of this microphone. This is LCT 441 Flex. The capsule is 1 inch, 8 polar pattern, include 3 reversible ones, camera-friendly design. As you can see, it's not blocking my face. That's what they mean, like camera-friendly design. It's not bulky, and it's good to look. And that's one thing I like about Lewitt microphone. They are good to look, and they don't block your face. Okay, they still create room for you to see your talent. All right. So right now, let's look at the polar pattern. We have the omni polar pattern. We have the wide cardioid. We have cardioid. We have supercardioid, figure 8. Then we have reverse cardioid. Then we have reverse wide cardioid. Then we have reverse supercardioid. And this thing frequency range is from 20 to 20,000 hertz. So if we look at the graphs right here, you understand that starting from the omnidirectional, that is the polar pattern. And I'm going to show you how the omnidirectional work here. All right, so this is how it sounds from the front. This is the side, and this is the back. That is the omnidirectional. So if we move to the wide cardioid, so this is the image of the wide cardioid, and let's switch to wide cardioid. This is how it sounds from the side. This is the side. And this is how it sounds from the back. It's a little bit dead end from the back if you look at it. And from here, this is how it sounds in the front. So let's look at the second one, which is the supercardioid. So this is the supercardioid. Look at how it looks. And I'm going to switch to supercardioid. So this is the supercardioid. If you move to the side, it's going to cut a little bit from the side, and the other side is going to cut. Maybe but from the back, it's going to pick a little bit from the back. If you look at from the back, it's picking a little bit from the back. Even from here. So it's more focused. This is how the cardioid look, and this is the character of the cardioid. If you move to figure 8, so this is figure 8, and you can see that the character actually changed, the tech graph change, and this is like in the shape of 8. Now this is figure 8. This is how it picks from the front. From the side, it's going to be dead silent. From the other side, it's going to be dead silent. Moving to the back, this is how it picks from the back. You can see that the back is picking. Let me put this so that it will stop the pop. So this is how it picks from the back of the polar pattern of figure 8. This is from the side. This is from the front. This is from the side. This is from the side. This is the front of the mic. And this is the back of the mic on figure 8. That's how it sounds. Now let's move to the cardioid. So looking at the cardioid, the character from figure 8, this is figure 8. Look at the tech graph and the cardioid. You can see the boost, and this is the character, or the shape of the cardioid. Now let me switch to cardioid here. So this is the cardioid. This is how it sounds. It's going to pick a little bit from the side. On this side, it's going to pick a little bit from the side. Back, it may be dead silent. This is how it sounds from the back of the microphone on cardioid pattern, and this is how it sounds on the front of the cardioid pattern. All right. Now we're going to move to the inverted. The rest is going to be inverted polar pattern. Okay. Now let's go to the inverted one, and those are going to be the last 3 at the top. The last 3 at the top are going to be the inverted. From the circle on the left, then we have the wide cardioid, we have cardioid, supercardioid, figure 8. Then we have inverted supercardioid. So let's look at the inverted supercardioid. So this is the inverted supercardioid. This is how it sounds. This is the inverted supercardioid. Now it's just kicking, all right? This is the front of the microphone, and right now I'm on the inverted supercardioid, and this is how it sounds from the front. This is the side. This is the other side. This is how it sounds. And this is the back of the microphone. This is how it sounds on the inverted supercardioid. The next one is going to be the inverted cardioid. Right now, this is the inverted cardioid. This is how it sounds. It's not picking from the front. This is the front of the microphone. And this is the side. It's picking a little bit from the side. That is the inverted cardioid. And this is the other side of the inverted cardioid. And this is the back of the microphone. And this is how it sounds on the inverted cardioid. All right. This is how the wide cardioid sounds from the back. This is the wide cardioid. You can see that it's trying to pick a little bit more compared to the cardioid. This is the wide cardioid from the side. This is the wide cardioid from the other side. And this is the wide cardioid from the back of the microphone. This is how it sounds, all right? So this also can capture like 180 degree. This will capture 180 degree very well. So like here, but it's more focused at the center, but it's picking more from the side compared to cardioid. And those are all the polar pattern of this microphone. So What you are listening to right now is the supercardioid of this microphone, but I would like to tailor it more to cardioid. Right now, this is the cardioid. I think in my own case, I'll be fine using the cardioid or supercardioid that is facing me. If I really want to reject a whole lot of noise and I don't have anything coming from the back of the microphone, if everything is coming from my behind, I will actually just switch to the supercardioid, and it's going to be more narrow to my voice. And this is how it sounds on supercardioid. It will be more narrow to my voice. And this may be a case for a lot of people that they want to narrow it down to their voice and reject a little of the back and side. But be sure nothing is going to be at the back of the mic that may be producing or projecting any noise. If not, it will be picking it. For example, if you have a camera or light or monitor that uses fan to cool down their heat, the supercardioid may not be an ideal polar pattern to use in that situation, because that little heart shape at the back of the supercardioid is actually narrow. It's like a laser projection, and it's going to be facing whatever is coming directly from the back. So be sure your monitor or your camera fan or your light fan is a little far away. If it's close, it will pick at the back. So you want to be careful. In that situation, it may be an idea to use the regular cardioid. All right. So those are the 8 polar pattern of this microphone, and that is how it sounds. This is a very beautiful microphone, honestly speaking. So now that we see how this microphone sound and all on the polar pattern, what are the ideal situations you may want to buy this type of microphone? First, this is good for recording vocal in the studio. You can use this mic on that. This microphone can be used on different instruments, drum sets, and so on. Also, I will believe that this microphone will be a good microphone for group recording. If you have a large choir and you don't have enough microphone, you can put this microphone to figure 8 to record like 3 people at the front, 3 people at the back, and it's going to capture them very beautifully. You may want to use this microphone in such situation. And another situation I believe this microphone will be useful is that if you want to record people on a round table, you can put this mic on figure 8 and put this mic at the center of the table and crank it up a little bit. It's going to pick everybody on the table, okay? That is another situation I believe you may want to use this microphone. Or if you want to do a street interview, this microphone will be a good one for you if it's the only alternative you have. If you want to do a podcast or a broadcast, I think this is a very good microphone, all right? And those are the area I believe this microphone can be useful. It's like a multi-purpose microphone for a lot of people. Now, the only area I believe this mic cannot be used, not that it cannot be used, but it may not be an ideal situation to use, is to boom the mic like overhead. That may not be an ideal situation. So that's going to be it. If you find this information useful, please do like this video, subscribe if you're yet to be a subscriber. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for coming back again. So guys, I'll see you on the next one.